have ridden top fuel motorbikes in the past and have always wanted to go faster. So this was one way of doing it, starting with a cylinder head, in this case from a top fuel car, and it was a Brad Anderson head, and then making all the rest of the parts using car parts where possible, and then making everything as strong as possible. So this is the crank cases having their camshaft bearing milled out, so it's on the mill using a boring head, and the bearings are now done, ready to put the crankshaft in, hopefully. The camshaft is a car camshaft that has been cut and shut so that the lobes are 180 degrees out. That will actually suit a parallel twin engine layout. We have only one test push rod, but this test is to show that the cam follower follows the cam and pushes open the exhaust valve in this case. As you can see, one of the things we trying to get the geometry right was to make sure that the push rod moves up and down in the center of the hole. The cam follower is actually parallel with the cylinder bore rather than canted over at an angle as they are in some V8s. And the other thing we need to do is to spend some time working around the cam follower to open that area up a bit, so that that will work, and to buy some push rods now that we know what length we actually need. The rest of this video is to give some background. So we're looking at the BAE head, and since starting this we went on to using the AJP head as shown here. The initial start for the actual engine is a large block of aluminium which was machined to make the crank cases. We're using a 4-bolt main type crankcase, and the crankshaft was made by Phoenix Crankshafts in Slough. We have some parts for instance, the oil pump and a fuel pump, which is sat there. It's an 11-gallon pump. On the table you can see some of the parts that go to make up the fuel bike. We have a Brooks B2 fuel rod in the middle and various other parts and pieces. The chassis is a chrome moly construction with a Suzuki front end. The chassis was actually made for us by Al Smith, and another good drag racer. We have 1/2-inch thick engine plates and quite a large back wheel, of course. Everything being triangulated to make it as strong as possible. We have the main caps, which are 4-bolt, of course, and there are 3. There's a cap in between the 2 cylinders, and then this you can see the external off-board starter and the clutch pulley. Clutch pulley is designed to run a Gates 125mm poly chain belt, and they are quite expensive, and then we have an MSD magneto capable of producing 110,000 volts. It takes 20 horsepower to drive that. The belt drive system is quite convoluted. There's a fuel pump, the camshaft, the magneto, and of course the blower. And the outside pulley is for the blower. The blower's not fitted at this point.